For Chris Hopkins, making sure his farmland is preserved for generations to come is just as important to him as the various crops it yields.
I hope that we leave things better than we found it, so that if my two boys decide they want to farm, that they have that opportunity. So trying to preserve this land and leave it in better condition than I found it is big for me.
Last October, Chris planted rye in his fields and let it grow all winter. Now he'll plant corn, cotton, and peanuts into that same land, leaving the rye to act as fertilizer and protection.
Total new way of thinking for some generations. For our generation, it seems normal, and we use it as a means of conservation tillage that we'll use to preserve that soil, try to prevent wind erosion on a day like today when it's very windy, try to prevent water erosion when we get those heavy thunderstorm events. My wife and I are very fortunate. We have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they're by far the best crop we've ever raised, and so it looks like our 4-year-old probably will be the farmer in the group. Our 8-year-old loves to play baseball right now, so I hope that both of them have the opportunity to come back if they choose. That if 100 years from now no one ever knows that Chris Hopkins farmed this land, surely we did the right thing. If we left it better than we found it, and we're not responsible for erosion or pollution or anything else, 100 years from now they'll never know that we farmed it.
But for the foreseeable future, you'll find Chris Hopkins doing what he loves, because Chris is proud to be a Georgia farmer.